The big story is that Arsenal are bottom of the Premier League. And... what?
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like, that would be most delicious. So, I think we were a bit unfortunate in our first league game of the season. And I think we've got a lot to build on. Few little changes, few new signings. I think we can make ourselves a really good season this year. My aim really for this season is honestly just to try and match what we did last year. That way we can sort of get an idea, try to keep the injuries down a little bit less this year, get some sort of players to sort of stand out a little bit more, particularly as we're doing all this without our main source of creativity as we try to find a new one. But before we get into anything else, it's the start of the week and it's time to thank new patrons. This week it is Rochelle Curry, so thank you so much for that, Rochelle. That is incredibly generous of you, and thank you guys, everyone that's been over there recently, and forever really. Seriously, thank you so much. As a Spurs fan, I needed to watch something to take my mind off today's fiasco versus Newcastle. Watch the latest Whitport video to see them dominate a game, go one up, not extend their lead, and end up with a draw, only with a joke penalty awarded to the opposition. I are imitating life, eh? Do we feel like Flammarion sounds like a forgotten evolution of Eevee? Oh, he will not be forgotten. Flammarion and KO look like great players. You ought to be pleased with them. Yeah. Find it quite strange you're so determined to make Ropes the go-to guy, though. Billington scored like 15 goals in his first season in the Premier League. Thought you were too harsh on him in the analysis video. I think I was too harsh on him in the analysis video. However, you have to understand, it's a very difficult situation for me because I cannot possibly do the right thing. Because if I start with Billington and he doesn't score, people will say, well, Ropes has better stats, therefore he should start. And if I start Ropes and he doesn't score, they'd say, well, Billington scored goals previously, so he should start. You kind of have to make a decision eventually. So we're going to try out, well, actually, we can't try out Billington today because he's got an injury. But I would say the one thing I didn't think about with the analysis video was that he played on his wrong position for a good part of the second half of the season due to the Franz Sullivan injury. And as a result of that, he may not have been in the prime position to take the chances that he might have got before. So I'm going to give him that chance to play for us. Not today, though, because he can't, because he's injured. Poor Win. And you've got to understand, I love Win Billington. He's been one of my favourite players on this entire save. I would love nothing more for him to come out and smash in 20 goals for us this year. And if he does it, fair play to the lad. Now, we have made a signing too. Only one, though. There was supposed to be two. The second one is still not confirmed. But this is him. This is Rui Lasca. He is a Portuguese defensive midfielder, deep line playmaker, 15 passing, 14 vision, 19 teamwork, good work rate. So the thing I like about this guy is he's got great first touch passing. Technique's a tiny bit on the low side, and tackling isn't great. But again, that's not really what we want him for. He's got the basic stuff, but he's got a few little extra bits on his sort of mentals that make me think he's really, really good. I feel like he's going to do a great job for the team. Resolute personality. I like him personally. Now, he's no Clive Kimberley. We know that, but I'm hoping that he can just be that little bit better and maybe have some room to grow for the future. And that's the reason I was going to sign him anyway. £2.5 million from Braga, though. That's the real reason I wanted to sign this guy. To get a guy like this for £2.5 million is a steal. Now, the other guy we're looking at, there's bids in from other clubs now, and I'm really concerned that we might not get him because we do need a ball-winning midfielder. He is that guy, and his name is ZULU. And come on, I want him, but we'll see what they do. But today, we go away to Crystal Palace. Billington's out, which is a shame. So, I'm not really sure. I might even start Graham White today. Like, someone has to take that role. Not Graham White. Graham White? Who the hell's Graham White, Matt? Grant White. Because why not give him a shot? Maybe he'll score a goal or two today, and then it will be a competition maybe between... I mean, we've got options up front, at least. That's the one thing I would say. We have options to rotate things around if things aren't quite going to plan, which is definitely more than we have had in the past. What also could help us slightly, despite Costa playing really well in that first game, I'm going to have to put Win off the bench, unfortunately, is the fact that Lasca is at least, like... he's fully competent in this role already. Now, I don't know how much of a difference that makes, but I feel like it will have a tiny little boost for him. So the bench will be Vukuripa, Ropas, Morton, Sully, good man. I want to get him some game time this year, see if he can catch back up. Chan, Buzidi, and Raul Costa. One thing that did please me in the West Ham game was the chance creation was really there. We were looking spectacular. And I think we just need someone to take those chances. Like, KO's not going to be that guy for us. I hope that it can be Win Billington or Ropas or Grant White. Someone just needs to take that jersey and go with it. Right, let's go. First away game of the season. Blackhaven, of course, playing at home to Brighton today. After a heavy defeat on the opening day for them, they'll be keen to get back onto winning ways as we are once again ahead of them in the league. You love to see it. The other good thing for us is we do still have the funds to make more transfers if we need to. Say we were to get an injury between now and the end of the summer, we would be in a prime position to actually still be able to make changes if we needed to. Charrier. Go on, he's into the box. They let him have space. He's going to shoot, of course. Or is he? Oh, and KO, Flammarion and Grant White. 9 minutes into, I believe, his first ever appearance for Whitport. We have the lead at Selhurst Park. It's not counted as a shot, which means it must be one of those slide tackle goals. But Grant White, the Scot from Was he Inverness or no? It was Kilmarnock, wasn't he? Gets in there, very fortunate with the way this ball comes across, slips on the end of it. It's annoying that Florian does get the assist. Lovely work from him, and Granty scores already. Well, we've done nothing so far. White's in there again, and he's got the shot on target at least. Simon Nelson's had to go off injured, though. Only a slight injury, but I don't want to risk him, basically. And Karaklic has gone off for Blackhaven as they are trailing at home to Brighton. Uh-oh. Gomez. Oh, and it's in. I thought Griggs had that, but Angel Gomez has equalised for Crystal Palace there, and they probably do deserve that. We've not been good today. That looked a little bit down the middle, really, and I thought Griggsy probably could have done better there. Wow, that's a really small wall. That wall is oddly small. Usually we have more players in the wall than that, don't we? It's just a good strike. Goalkeeper's done... He could have done better, though. Thompson. Palace are pressing very high up, and Lasker's gone over the top. Grant White's through. Can he go around the goalkeeper? Yes, he can, and it's 2-1 to Whitport. Grant White has got 2 chances today, and he has taken both of them. But look at the assister. Rui Lasker. That right there is an excellent ball. And he's dropped nice and deep. He's looked up quickly, broken the Palace press. Great ball for Grant White, but lovely little composure to go round the goalkeeper. Slots home his 2nd goal of the season. 2 goals for him on his debut. Really good. Argument could definitely be made that he was lucky to get the first goal, but the second one, there's no luck in that. Dave Morton, oh, and a good piece of play there from Dave Morton, and we've woken up in this second half as I think Blackhaven have equalised. They have, and I think we're going to get away with it here at Selhurst Park. It's Palace 1, Whitport 2. Not the best performance overall, but we are looking like we're going to get the victory. Flamarion, I thought, was excellent. Grant White took the opportunities when they were presented to him. The first one, maybe a little bit fortunate the way it fell, but the second one, he had to do a lot there, and he did it very, very comfortably. So that's definitely going to give me a headache for what's going to be coming up, but that's a great victory away at Crystal Palace. Really, really good work there. I feel like Flamarion deserved more than a 6.8, but Lashka, good performance on his debut. We'll see how he does, but pleasing. Right, some games off camera, back end of the transfer window, we can talk about what we've done and probably what Blackhaven have done, because let's face it, they're probably going to be wanting to spend a bit of money. Right then, guys, we're back. Had our first game off camera against Liverpool and got a 0-0 draw, which actually is a really good result for us, considering the sort of performances we put in against Liverpool last year. And you might look at that and say they had a lot of key passes, and they did. I just don't know where they went, because I thought a key pass was a pass that led directly to a shot. And they only had 8 shots, so I don't know where the game was getting these key passes from. But we were fantastic and probably could have won this, like genuinely. We had 3 clear-cut chances in this game, and it just wasn't quite enough. Wim Billington, I rested him out for this game because he was still suffering from that slight injury, but he was back for the next one. Grant White had some chances and just could not put them away. It was a real shame. But then we had the Carabao Cup against Leeds. They took the lead early on, unfortunately. I played a rotated side with Wim Billington up top. They then got a penalty after 10 minutes, and suddenly we're finding ourselves in a real sticky situation. Thankfully, though, we did manage to bail ourselves out somewhat as Costa put the ball into the channel. Bouzidi gets the ball out on the right, drives towards the goal, whips it across. Who's there? Win Billington. Back in the team, back in the goals. But not enough to get us the win, unfortunately, as we do crash out of the Carabao Cup. Fraser Thompson also got a red card, which did not help. Next up, though, we went away to Bramall Lane. I thought we were about to get a really good victory here, but unfortunately it was ripped away from us at the last minute. KO puts the ball through. Flamarion scores again, gives us the lead in a relatively tight game. I thought, this is our moment. But unfortunately, Mitala had other ideas. Loses the ball here to Salga. Really, really poor from him. Salga's able to go through. Griggsy can't keep it out through his legs. 1-1, and the win was taken away. So all that leaves us on 6 points from 4 games. We're unbeaten, but we have only won once so far. That away win at Palace. And it's frustrating because I feel like we were the better side against Liverpool. Probably could have won that if we'd just taken our chances. And to concede late equalisers against Sheffield United and West Ham, particularly the Sheffield United one, because it was such an unnecessary situation where we didn't do anything wrong. The player just made a horrendous individual error and it gave away the win. Sad times for us there. So we currently sit 6th. Blackhaven are not doing so well. They have finally picked up their first victory after 4 straight defeats. But that's not the big story right now. The big story is that Arsenal are bottom of the Premier League. And what? It doesn't make much sense to me. They've not won in their first 5 matches and they've lost 4 of them. This is how bad it's got, right? Yesterday, they lost 1-0 at home to Bristol City. Bristol City! So yeah, absolute chaos going on at the Emirates right now. Liverpool not started too well either when you look at it, really. They were below us when we played them and we probably could have beaten them there. They're still right down there as well. City remain unbeaten. I don't know how long that run's gone on for now, but I imagine it will continue for quite some time. But that's still very surprising. Now, we have made some transfers. So here's a weird one for you. ZULU chose to join Watford, but we got him anyway. So this is Bulelo ZULU, a South African defensive midfielder. So we were signing him from Al Fazali over in Saudi Arabia, and the deal was £750,000. And I thought that is a steal for a player of this kind of quality with his 17 tackling. I just wanted an absolute brute to play in that position, and the deal just kept on going, and then eventually he signed for Watford, and I was like, great, brilliant. But then, about a week later, I got a news article saying that Watford had put him up for loan. So I thought, you know what, let's crack on. So we put a loan bid in for him, and they just didn't, it just took forever and ever and ever. And it got to the final day of the transfer window, and I was like, crap, we have to make a move here, because if he goes to Cagliari, who's the other team after him, we'd be screwed. So I have been looking at another guy who I was going to put a bid in. So I put a bid in, got that deal done, and then the moment I clicked confirm on that deal, ZULU was like, you've been expecting me. So that's not great, really, because it meant I spent more money than I wanted to, but I still think we've got a solid player for a year with ZULU, and another guy I've brought in as well. And this is that other guy. This is Benyat Ramos, who's come in from Real Sociedad for £11.5 million. And I still think he's a solid player. He's not as good as ZULU in some areas. They're different types of player. This guy is a truly defensive player, 15 tackling. He's 6 foot tall, good stamina. He's solid across the board, really. Some good mentals. The aggression is a little bit on the low side, but it's not the end of the world. So, am I happy with that lineup? No, I'm not. Watson will come out. The question is, who will come in? Will it be not Lasco, what we're talking about? ZULU or Ramos? I'm going to start Ramos here because ZULU is not fully match fit yet, and I want to make sure that he gets up to speed. So we'll have him on the bench for today. But that is fine by me. Fraser Thompson will be able to come back into the team in place of Mitala. So the bench will be Morton, ZULU, Costa, White, Chan, Buzidi, and Sully. I think it's unlikely that we're going to get something from this game, but you never know. But maybe today will be the day that one of our strikers really does take hold. I mean, Grant did really well against Palace, to be fair to him. But then, given the opportunity in the next game, he kind of fluffed it somewhat against Liverpool when he had 3 clear-cut chances and just couldn't put any of them. I think he missed them all, not even on target. Can he get past the winger? That's the key thing. That's not a bad ball for Flamarion. He's off. Oh, he's in! And a good strike on goal. Okay, better from us. Really controlling the possession so far, though, which is nice to see. Into the box. It's going to be cut out by Lasco. That's really, really good work. Now he's got to find the right pass, though. Or go alone, maybe. Round the side for KO. He's got to get the finish off, and it's a good save again by Marzucci. But once again, good on the counter. Lasco's having a very good game so far. Really controlling that midfield. Getting a lot of the football. Him and Ramos have started off together really nicely. Flamarion again. This defender is toast. He's through again. Pulls it across for Billington, and he's not there. Well, he is there, but he's defended well. Can he go past his man? No, he can't. Although Rashford's driving into trouble here. And KO's got it on the rebound. And again, not in the back of the net. I mean, the chances are coming for us. That's a tight angle, though. KO to deliver one. Oh, Ramos, and it's deflected in. I don't know if it's an own goal or whether it is. Enrique Barbona, own goal. And Ramos has basically scored on his debut. And that's a position that does not get many goals. I think Luke Watson's only ever scored once for us playing there. The ball just comes to Ramos here. Quick thinking. Takes a couple of little deflections. And we've got the lead against Man United. That's more like it. And we've deserved that. We've been excellent in this first half. This is the kind of performance I've really wanted. We've looked defensively stable. We're controlling things, getting some chances to go forward. Flamarion's through again. Can he finish this time? No. Okay. Flamarion takes 2 defenders out of the game. Goes past the third one. He's into the box as well, and he drills it wide. And Charrier has given away a penalty because he's an idiot. Cyril, what are you doing? He's going nowhere. He's running away from the goal, and you're like, no, now feels like the perfect time to hack him down. Haaland steps up and slips it home. It's Whitport 1, Man United 1. They've got a bit better in the second half. They did have a little chance with Haaland right before them, but still, it's frustrating as hell because we've been really good today and there's been opportunities for us to score other goals. And that should be cut out by Flamarion. Can KO turn it around the side for Grant White? Grant White's got a huge chance now. Can he finish? He had a lot of players around him, but he still got the shot away. Verscheren. And Haaland from the corner. They have mugged us here. But it comes down to us not once again taking our chances. We've created them tonight. They just haven't been in the back of the net. And now Haaland has got a penalty and now a corner goal. Just gets up there. Why is the goalkeeper diving the other way? Come on, Grigsby. You're better than that, man. White's ball through. Morton with the header, and it's an instant equaliser for Whitport. Dave Morton, who else but Dave Morton? Whitport 2, Manchester United 2. Grant White will take the assist on that one. He's a very good free kick taker. That's what I will say. Lovely whip on this. Morton making a lovely little run. Just gets up there and heads that one home. We're back in the game. Santa Maria's ball through, and Haaland has somehow headed it in again. I don't know. Sometimes it's just the quality of a player will outdo anything you're capable of doing, and Haaland is just that good. 94th minute winner for United. I think he gets paired up with the wrong of our... Yeah. Oh, it's a fullback I think he's partnered with there, and he scored a hat-trick against us in the second half. I don't know. I feel like we've deserved something from this game, but our own little mistakes have cost us, and that was just pure brilliance from Haaland to get that header. Yeah, I don't know, silly penalty to give away, bad defending from the corner, and we fought back several times, but United will get the win in the end. I still think there's a lot of positives. We're playing really, really well a lot of the time. Another 7 chances created tonight, but we're just giving up too many goals off of too few actual opportunities, sadly. But that's how it goes, isn't it? it I suppose is good that we're like lamenting not beating Manchester United in only our second Premier League season. So sometimes there really are some positives to be taken. 6 points from 5 games. We do need to grab another win soon, as we could start to shuffle down towards the bottom if not. But at least we're not Arsenal. I suppose there's that. So, things get much easier in the next episode as we start off directly against Manchester City. Oh joy. And then after that, I don't know, Watford or Chelsea or something like that. We're going to do some more games off camera so we can make sure we got that Blackhaven game coming up soon. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, in spite of that, drop a like, that would be sick. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'll be awesome too. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekends, so go follow there as well, link in the description. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for a nice, easy game at the Etihad. See you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun, capybara, bye-bye.